That's what happened to my cousin. She got cheek implants, and then it sunk.
Yeah, that's what she. And she had lipo.
And she had lipo done here, so she didn't want to have a round Asian face. She wanted to have a chiseled Anglo look, I guess she wanted to go. I don't know. Weird people.
You
Okay.
want to pick up where we left off?
Okay, I forgot where I was though.
The second injury.
Oh, the second injury. Okay.
We're ready. We're recording.
Okay, we're okay? Okay. My second injury, a guy was in my pussy and I was doggy and he was taking a toy and putting it in my ass. Which was fine for a while until I was wearing stockings because it was an office scene. You know, I was on a desk. You know, I was supposed to be my boss, like literally reaming my ass. But he was taking the dildo and I slipped off the desk and the dildo went all the way in. And the thing about your asshole is that it closes back up around whatever's in there. So I had this maybe 6-inch dildo they didn't have an end. You know how sometimes they have a stopper? It didn't have a stopper. And so I had to go to the emergency room. We were trying to take off my makeup in the car. I couldn't really sit down because it was, it was probably like halfway at my belly button, so I couldn't sit because the dildo was kind of hard. I was kind of lying down. They were wiping off makeup from my face. So I just told them that my boyfriend and I were goofing off, and I got this stuck in my ass. So they had to give me a shot to relax my sphincter. Yeah, that was embarrassing. And I had nurses walking by giggling and looking in the door, and oh man, that was so embarrassing. And like doctor saying, and how did this happen? My boyfriend was playing with my ass and toy got stuck, but I'm sure they see it all the time, but it's still embarrassing. So I don't know, it was embarrassing.
Another embarrassing story that we hear a lot from the females is, I guess they'll go out on a date with somebody or whatever and have sex with them that night, and the guy wakes up the next morning and asks for an autograph. When the girl thinks he was into her for other reasons, but realizes he just fucked a porn star. Has that happened to you before?
Well, let's see. I mean, going out on a date with a guy who just wants to have sex with a porn star?
Well, no, like they met at a club, and she thought he didn't know she was a porn star, and they go home and have sex. He wakes up the next morning and asks for her autograph.
Actually, ever since I've been in the business, I dated after I got my divorce, and this is going to sound really weird, but I don't typically have sex when I meet somebody for the first time. So it's never happened to me. Because I'm really like, I'm kind of like freaked out about it. Because the only time actually the first time I caught an STD was from my ex-husband, because, you know what I mean? And he picked it up from a girl that he met at a bar. So, having sex with untested individuals is just scary to me, and which is why I don't have one-night stands, I don't swing, I don't do any of the other stuff that I think are high risk. Only because this is my livelihood, So I do take this job pretty seriously, considering how much fun it is,
What do you think about the girls who take it to other levels to make even more money, like escorting, where they can charge higher rates because they are talented?
I cannot say boo to any of the girls that do escorting, because I have tried it. And I went with this one company out of New York City, and I tried it, and I didn't like it. But I can see where the money would be very addictive. And your condoms. I haven't had any experience where they told you, I think the customers want to have condoms too, because they don't want to catch anything. They don't know where you've been either. So, I think it's pretty safe. Unless you're doing something really kinky with the guy and don't wear a condom. So I can't really say anything to those girls that do that. But you can make a lot of money. My rate I think was $1,800 an hour. And that's me, and I'm just little. Like somebody like Kobe Tai, her rate was posted as $2,500 an hour. Miko Lee was $2,500 an hour. I don't. I don't personally like it. I left halfway through my booking because it's not even because of the unsafe sex. It's because of the fact that you're with this person in a room and there's nobody else around. And what if he decides to strangle you or kill you, or he has some weird, fetish that you don't know about? He likes to, I don't know, stick plastic bags over your head. There's nobody really to take care of you or do anything. At least on a porn set, you're completely safe. You're surrounded by at least 9 people. He's not going to do anything weird or kinky or stupid. Anyway, that's what I got to say about that.
Let me ask you this.
Is the music too loud?
I don't know. I don't think I'm picking it up.
Oh, they turned it down.
Let me ask you this, like, if you heard, if you're doing escorting like that, like, is it expected to have sex? Or is it like, legally it's supposed to just be a date?
Date, yeah.
So, like, when a guy's paying that, is it expected for you to do that?
They expect it.
But that doesn't always happen.
No, it doesn't always happen. The company will book you for... Oh, I'm looking at you, I'm sorry. When it comes to escorting, how they work it is they book you to have either lunch or dinner with these clients of theirs, and then from there you negotiate if you guys are going to go someplace else and do something else. But I mean, other than that, sometimes you have sex, sometimes you don't. I mean, I get paid either way. For lunch, I was getting paid $600 to have lunch. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's $500 for lunch and $800 for dinner. So I get paid regardless, just to go on the date, and which is fine by me. You know what I mean? So
It's like blind date
times $700. Yes. So it's it can be pretty lucrative, and I can't some people say, oh, those are they're prostitutes, they went too far. But you know what, you get to a point where you're shot out in this business. Girls really can last about 3 years until they get shot out. I mean, I have paced myself, and I also took 2 breaks, which is why I'm still in the business after 8 years. But how long I have been in is unheard of. I mean, most girls by now would have already got a sugar daddy, or they've retired, they found some normal guy that doesn't want them to be in anymore, or they just decided to have kids or whatever, and they're already or escorting.
So what would you say to the girls who are just starting out? They're like 18 and 19. They're already doing anal and double vag.
I would say if it depends. Let me try again. Lasting in this business, you would have to pace yourself. I mean, it took me years before I started doing anal. I think it was like 4 years before I started doing anal scenes. And I started out really slow. I did solos. I did all the solo stuff first, and then I did all the girl stuff, and then I got boobs, and then I did all the girl stuff again. And then I started doing the boy-girl stuff with my ex-husband, and then we decided to work separate because the industry kind of forces you to. And then I started doing boy-girl scenes, and then from there it progresses, and that's the only way you're going to last. But if a girl just wants to make her quick money, if she just wants to do this to buy a car or to just make some quick money so she can leave her boyfriend or something, make easy 10 grand in a month, she can just go balls to the wall and just do as many shoots as she can. I mean, it depends on really what if the girl wants to last in this business. She wants to make a name for herself, or she just wants some quick money. Because, I mean, the good thing about this business is that you don't have a boss, but that's also the bad thing. You don't have a boss. There's nobody really. The agents that are setting you up, they want you to work as much high-cost shoots as they can because they get 10% off the top. So they don't really care about how you manage your business. They don't care, that you should pace yourself. They want you to get the highest-paying shoots and as frequently as they can book you. And so for something like that, it's easy to get shut out. And being shot out is bad. So being shot out is bad because then you don't get any work after that, and then that's when other girls have to move to other things and do other things.
Who's one of your favorite directors that you've worked with?
My favorite director? Gosh, no, there's a lot. I probably shouldn't say because then everyone's gonna get all offended. Oh, you didn't say me.
Companies?
I think my favorite one would probably be David Christopher, Pussy Man. and it's mostly because he really, really likes women, you know, and he doesn't really interfere much in the scene. He wants you to have fun, and he's having a good time just watching it. You know what I mean? But yeah, David Christopher is probably one of my favorite ones because he really enjoys himself. You know.
What's one like the most memorable scenes you've had?
Most memorable scenes?
One of your favorite scenes.
That's kind of tough. I can't even think of what that could be.
How about what was like the dumbest storyline or the dumb?
Oh please, there's too many. The dumbest storyline. Oh gosh. Can you help me? They're all pretty stupid.
Then let's reverse it. One of the most creative storylines you thought was something really cool.
Well, you know what? I have to count. Legend. I would have to say thinks the most about. Well, Vivid too. Vivid and Legend, I think, care the most about scripts and plots and stuff. Roy Karch Productions, they actually really care about the dialogue, and they actually do pay attention to that. Other than that, everyone else is kind of stupid, I think, in terms of scripts and plots and stuff. I mean, I don't know if people really care too much about that. But that's me. Maybe because I don't care too much about that. I mean, when I watch porn, I fast forward through the dialogue. I don't really care.
So if you were to leave the industry and direct, would your movies be more feature or more content?
Actually, I have already started my production, and the only thing that I haven't purchased yet are my lights, and I'm going to be getting my fluorescent light set in the next couple weeks because I've been renting those lately. But no, I bought my camera and everything. We already shot our first movie, and it's okay. Well, I've already shot my first movie, and it is it's featuring all Asian men. It's my Mika Tan's Asian male hunt so far. Yeah. We met with our editor yesterday, and we're going to be starting on that. I think he said he's going to be able to start on that on October 1st. So we'll be getting that started. He's getting everything digitized right now. We have a hard time because we want to shoot in high def. But we have the high def, the hardcore scenes in high def, but we only had one high def camera. So then the behind the scenes are all in regular mini DV format. So we're gonna have to drop everything down to mini DV.
What's the name of your production?
But you learn. It was a learning process.
What's the name of your production company?
My production company is Blue Fox.
What's the most difficult aspect of the adult industry?
Or I'm sorry. That's our corporation name. Our production company name is Eroticore. Yeah.
We'll only do like 5 more questions.
Okay.
Are you cool being on camera, or you don't want that? Because I was gonna say we could just do and maybe if we could do an interview with you in the future, if you'd be interested in that. And
he's almost a bigger name than I am.
Okay. we could do something really quick where you introduce your husband, introduce him, and then maybe you guys could just kiss each other, a quick kiss on the lips or whatever, just to show you have this relationship. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I just need to get you a signed release form and then give it to you. Please stop this really quick.
Okay. Eroticore.
How do you register, trademark it or copyright it, or?
Well, no, I got a trademark name because we just got incorporated a couple days ago.
How much did that cost y'all to do?
About $800.
That's not bad, because I'm in the process of doing the same thing for my production company name, and I'm curious about how much it costs.
Well, actually, our tax attorney told us it's cheaper. He could do it for us, but it's cheaper to do it through LegalZoom.com.
Yeah, that's what I looked at.
Yeah, LegalZoom.com is where he told.
They handle it all for you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I mean, you pay $149 to have them take care of it, which is fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
A lawyer's gonna cost you several hundred.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, no, he said it'll cost about $2,000 to do. So.
Yeah, let me.
Okay.
I'll ask you a couple more questions, and I'll ask you.
Okay. Well, okay. Let me talk about my movie real quick.
All right. Yeah. That's
okay.
Cool. Go ahead.
We just finished our scenes. It's the first American adult DVD release that features Asian American men. So, and it was really hard finding them because all the guys that there was like 140 something that replied to my casting call. I put it on Craigslist and all these other different places, Adult Finder, and I couldn't. People either didn't want to show their face or they didn't want to, they were too embarrassed and they changed their mind. They didn't show up to the casting call, but I ended up getting it done. But our production company's name is Eroticore, and hopefully that should be released maybe by January. We could have it done by January, they said, for the AVN show. So that'll be good.
What
Have you won any AVN awards?
I am the Susan Lucci of porn. I am nominated but have never won anything. But that's okay.
Who's like your favorite female to work with?
My favorite female to work with? Like for a girl-girl scene? Asians would be Kiana Dior. And actually I bumped up, I was going to say Shy Love. Shy Love is really fun to work with. But I just did a scene with, what's her name? Julie Moore? What's Steve's wife's name? Oh, I'm sorry. Nicole Moore. Nicole Moore. We had a really good scene because they're really bisexual. So if you're going to do a girl-girl scene, you can't be with a girl who's kind of like, I don't really like this, but I'm doing this because I'm getting paid, It just makes for a better scene when they're really bisexual. Because I'm bisexual, and I think it's fun.
Well, I had a question to think of. Just slipped my mind.
Max Hardcore?
Oh yeah, how about that? Tell us what your opinion on Max Hardcore.
My opinion on Max Hardcore. Well, Max, if you meet him personally, which I have, he is a super nice, very accommodating guy. When we went to his house, he's so nice. You know what I mean? But you get him on camera, and I think he has created for himself a character which just does the most insane defiling that you're ever going to see on video. And I think it's more shock porn than to be arousing. I think he just tries to think of the most weirdest, oddball things to do, so it's, I think it's more like Fear Factor meets adult video, It's just what's the most disgusting thing, how you can, get a reaction out of the woman, scared. I think he just likes to freak out the girls, try and think of something disgusting, like coming. I saw one where he came in a girl's butt and had another girl put a straw in it and slurp him out. I mean, just kidding. Yeah, it's pretty gross. I have not worked for him, even though he was trying to get me before I got my boobs because he likes the girls looking young. But now that I have boobs, I'm kind of off his list now, thank God. So he doesn't bother me too much. But he was trying to get me for a while before I got my boobs, and I was like, oh no, I'm scared of you, cowboy, because I've seen some of his stuff. My girlfriend Jade did some work for him, Jade Marcella, and he's done some fucked up things to her, I tell you, for lack of a better word. But I mean, she likes it rough, and she said it was great. No, you can work for him, it's fun. I'm like, well, I don't know, I'm not down with that. But there's people who like it, and I think it's not necessarily for guys to jack off to. I think it's one of those, it's kind of like faces of death where you just kind of go like, that kind of expression when you're watching it, like, wow, it's shock porn is what I want to call it.
How about this, like being Asian, like was there any like racism in the business, or did it make it harder for you to succeed in this business? And how could you reply to that?
Wait, hold on, wait till the helicopter leaves.
I'll stop recording.
Yeah, she has a doctorate's degree, and
Yeah, if you could put us in touch.
oh, I would love to. Yeah.
Alright, let's do the
Okay.
Asian question now. Like, did you feel there was racism, or was it harder for you to succeed being not white or not black?
I think in the porn business, it is better that you are not blonde, because you look exotic. people shoot me for. Hold on a second. What are you shaking your head for? Huh?
You know, those blonde, those white blondes, Asian. That's what probably you'll work more because it's something like that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So I work
Just
more.
it's more popular to be.
Okay, maybe not more popular, more lucrative. Let me change that then. Okay. Let me change that since my editor here has corrected me. There is racism in the porn business, but not in a bad way. I think it's because production companies want to market to certain niches, so people get plugged. They want you to be. If you're Asian, you are Asian, and they will book you for every Asian movie, for every line that company does. So I mean, it's positive racism. It's kind of like in the movies, regular film. They like to exploit all the races, and they want you to play it up. I mean, I had to buy all these reference dictionaries so I can try and get all my foreign language dirty talk down, because I didn't really know Chinese before I started this business. I tried to look up all these bad words, and my Japanese, I brushed up on my naughty Japanese and Thai. Just because if they need me to be Thai, I'll be Thai. If they need me to be Chinese, I'm Chinese. Pretty much, I'm a whore, and I will play whatever part they give me. I will fuck in any language they want.
Don't you find that that's an advantage for some of the Asian and Latin stars in the industry? Because I mean, if you're black, you can only play a black role.
Yeah.
Unless you're light skinned black, maybe. If you're white, you can only play one role. But like I know, like Jane Oso, she's Asian, but she can play a Latin role and an Asian role. So you think that's kind of like double the work for a lot of the Asian stars?
Yeah, for a lot of Asians, you can get. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, did you call it? Okay, yeah. Okay, make it fast. For an Asian gal in the business, you can be picked for pretty much any part. See, like for instance, if they need a blonde for something, then they really need a blonde. But I mean, I can be a librarian too. I can be a school teacher. I can be pretty much any other role. I mean, it's not like it's any big deal. But there's lots of work to go around. I mean, they even have me. They have me in a black girl video too. So it really. They were saying that I'm half black, half Japanese. They were saying on the back of the box, this half Japanese, half black girl, blah blah blah, really has it going on. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay. So there's a lot of flexibility. There is stereotypes in this business, but it's because that's what they have to market to niche. They have to market to their niches, and if that's whatever they're shooting for that day, that's what I'll try and be.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, real quick before we wrap up, let's talk about your K6 radio show.
Okay.
After you follow her.
Yes. And on Wednesday nights, I host the K6 radio show. It's an internet radio station. We do adult talk radio, and sometimes I have guests. Sometimes they flake out. So but we always have a good time. We managed to pass the time. I think the last time I brought my husband on, I said, hey, just fuck me for half an hour. Give him something to watch. So there's a lot of flexibility. They don't really have a strong format for me. So there's a lot of fun to be had there, and we take people can call in, ask questions, or they can send messages during the chat room, which they have it kept running the entire time. So yeah, there's a lot of good fun. And I'm on Wednesdays. I host the Me So Horny show. It's the Asian show.